big guy coming through the door, man. Who is this part of security? Walk right in, and that's a lot of times that's how I made my way into meeting, certain artists and labels in the industry. So I give props out to Proof, man. Proof brought me in. Then I met Helliver. Me and Helliver started working, and this one Helliver was been on Warren and Central, the bass making beats, and
Mm-hmm.
working with him on a few things. And I met another artist out of Southwest named Foo,
Mm-hmm.
real dope cat. Him and Proof got a song together. I never even released that. I still got it on ADAT. And actually, I got two verses from Proof on ADAT. I got to transfer over. But as I progressed, into music, I said, this is for me. And I stopped playing basketball and ventured more into the music game,
Okay.
and entertainment, and God began to open up doors, and then I started managing Tone Tone. Tone Tone was my second artist from here, and I
Really?
was Tone Tone's first manager actually before Doc and Red came into the picture. So I got him his first placement on radio when Spud and Smiley was on the air, and they had their show. So his first single I think was "What You Feel at Night," and then it was "I Ain't Playing with You." You know what I'm saying? So that took a big wave around Detroit. You know what I'm saying, through the whole city and through the West Coast. You know what I'm saying, the Midwest actually, not the West Coast, and it did its thing. So Tone Tone was my second artist. After that, I ran into my producer Symphony. He's another producer for him that was dope. Him, Helliver, and a few other people I started managing. So
Mm.
I had the management thing down packed. I'm like, man, I had about 4 or 5 artists started off managing, and it was the year of 2005 maybe
Mm-hmm.
when Cube came to Detroit on the West Side Connection tour.
Okay.
Him, Mac 10, Dub C, they came down to the radio station. I heard it on the radio. I'm like, okay, Cube here in town. Let me jump in the caddy, you know what I'm saying, on 24s and roll
Oh,
down there,
you ain't
bag
have to
it
do
up to the
that. You ain't got to
door.
stunt like that. But anyway, go ahead.
I was raised by old school cats, man, so I gotta throw the caddy in there. But how I met the brother was I bagged back at the door. I know you've been to the radio station down there when they had it, which is still down there, I think, to this day.
Mm-hmm.
But bagged my caddy up there. I was playing beats loud as I can. You know what I'm saying? So when Cube's DJ came out, DJ Crazy Tunes, rest in peace. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That was the brother that actually made the connection with Cube. He was like, damn, bro, them your beats. He was like, yeah, this me and my producer's beats. We cooked up. He was like, hold on one second, man. Let me go grab Cube. And when he said that, I'm like, I knew it. That's all I needed to hear. So
Mm.
I turned the radio up even more. Cube came over to the car. He made the introduction as DJ, and ever since then, man, I started working with the DJ for about a year and a half. Then I went over to the manager, which is Brother Ron.
Okay.
If y'all ain't up on who Brother Ron is, when you go back to Friday and he come out on outside in front of the house and says the famous line, "Would you please get off my lawn?" Talking to Chris Tucker, Smokey, and Debo. That's Brother Ron. That's Q's real manager
Is that
in
old
real
boy? The
life.
old is that old boy with the Corvette that live next
Yeah.
door? Okay. Yeah. All right.
That's his real
Really?
manager in
I
real
did not
life.
know
So
that.
yeah, yeah. A lot of people
Oh.
don't know. So I
Okay.
try to include that in my story because I didn't know until he said, I'm like, oh wow, okay. So I was working with Brian for a minute, and then one day he called me, was like, Q, want you to, I had moved to Atlanta by then. I moved to Atlanta like in 2009, going into 10.
Mm-hmm.
Stayed out there a few years. He had called me one day and said, hey, we working on this movie. I'm like, cool. He was like, Q, want you to come down. I'm like, okay, you want to hear what you got? This was Ride Along. So I actually went on the set of Ride Along.
That's the joint with Kevin Hart, right?
Yes, yes, the
Okay.
first one. They filmed it in Atlanta at Stone Gym Studios, I believe. Um, Went on the set, man, and I'm looking at this like, this is really amazing how they make movies. That's what got me. When I first seen how they made Ride Along and walked up the cube, and I'm looking like, yo, they had sets built inside of the building. And you wouldn't imagine that because looking at it on TV, you don't know how it's, but it was a little small room where Kevin Hart was in, and he shot the scene where he shot the shotgun and flew against the wall. That room was so small, but it just showed me how they put all it together. And I'm like, you know what? This is something I want to do.
Okay.
And from that very day, it intrigued me to get into filmmaking. So I stayed in Atlanta. I started filming little skits with a couple of influencers around Atlanta. Ended up knocking out my first film, Toxanity, which I came back to Detroit for because I wanted to do something homebred out the
Mm-hmm.
city, and got some good actors out of Detroit. Alfonso Settles, he's in it. Shavana Brazier, and then Lloyd. which is all buzzing right now. You know what I'm saying? Those were the
Okay.
main characters, and then that was my first film.
Okay.
So
So your first film, first off, the Cube, like Cube, is definitely in my top five. Like,
yeah.
I
Oh
don't
yeah. Oh
understand.
yeah.
I don't understand why that man is so underrated.
Hmm.
It's embarrassing to hip hop. How it is. Okay, so how many songs? I know you got some new shit coming on his new. He got a new album. I don't know if it's
Hmm.
dropped yet, or if it's dropping tomorrow or the next day. How many
Yes.
joints you got on there?
Two.
Okay.
Track 6 and track 15. I got a record with my producer Sam Elliott, and it's called ooh, what is it? It's featuring Exhibit too. First time I ever worked with Exhibit. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So Q, that they homies. So he got Exhibit jump on the record, and I'm listening to this like, damn, he was on my list too. Like I wanted to work with Exhibit. So Q got him featured on the record. That's track, I believe, 15.
Okay.
And it's another record called 5150 on there too. So two on this new one is called Man Down. It drops tomorrow. So everybody go grab that on all platforms. Your boy on there, the whole squad. My team is on there with me. I'm not just gonna take the credit because anybody I work with, I try to put them out there too and make sure they get their just due and credits.
How do you
You
choose
know.
people to work with? And I don't mean like artists. I mean, but to bring into your team.
They got to be different, man. Like I look for, a whole different persona in energy. I'm an energy person, so if I like your energy, if we can talk, you know what I'm saying? Like I talk to my siblings or my brothers, like it's family,
Right.
and I feel that from that other person, and I'm like, okay, this is a cool person. I can really sit down and open up with them. And if they're super talented, then yeah, I got to put them in because if they don't know their talent, I'm definitely gonna bring it out of them. And
Okay.
that's what happens with a lot of the people that I deal with in this industry. They have they're multi talented, and sometimes they don't know that, and all it takes is the right person to bring that out of them. So I end up either doing the record with them or even getting them the placement. You know what I'm saying? So they can shine themselves. So it's been a blessing over the years doing that because I've done that for a lot of people throughout the city that people don't know about. I've played the background for years, man, just getting multiple, movie placements, multiple, licensing placements and different TV shows and everything. So it's a blessing to be able to help others, man, and now also give back.
Is there a TV show that I can turn on right now that's got your music on it?
Oh wow, it's a ton. Vampire Diaries, which I think they still play that. I don't know if you know about Vampire Diaries. Um, Blue Mountain State,
Okay.
Love and Hip Hop, one season one and season two. All them beats playing in the background of that. Ti show, Monica show,
Nigga.
um, MTV play a lot of the records that and actually production that I've done. Man, that list is so crazy. We'll be here for an hour naming it because I license a lot of my beats and a lot of my music out. So
Okay.
they're called even Tyler Perry's film. Daddy's Little Girl. It's a film called Case 39, a horror film. Actually got Stat Cole's record in there and they playing a beat. So it has crossed over into movies as well, where they'll go through my catalog and pick, what I'm saying,
Mm.
certain beats or certain songs that they want to use for that particular scene.
So do they have to call you if they want to use it, or is it like you
Yeah.
license it to a
Yep.
certain
License.
entity and they kind of handle that?
Right, right. I give it to entity that handles film license and TV license, and they give them some of the catalog, and they hear they like, yeah, they'll call me up like, yo, they want to use this record or this beat for such and such. Mona Scott, of course, that's her brand, Love and Hip Hop. So it's so many beats in the background of that they licensed, and that's the thing. People don't understand when you create music,
Hmm.
it's never old. It don't matter if you did the beat 5 or the song 5, 6, 10 years ago, the world ain't heard it. Just because you, your family, your friends heard, everybody think, oh man, you did that record 5, 10 years ago. No, the world ain't heard it. And that's what people got to realize. You
Hmm.
create music for national levels, not to stay local with it. And so I got a lot of stuff I've done over the years, and they just picked through the catalog.
Okay. How many? Matter of fact, let's go through your resume on your production tip, and then we'll move into the movies.
Mhm.
Who have you worked with outside of Cube and Stat Quo?
Woo! 50 Cent, Eminem, um, yo, this that list so Fetty Wap, Kevin Gates, Lil Wayne, Birdman, E40, Ti, Scarface, Luda, oh my gosh, this
Nigga,
Common,
hold
Nipsey
on.
Hussle.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Scarface
Yeah, yeah, that's the
in
homie.
studio, or do you just send them a track?
How that even came about, I sent him a track, then I met up with him and we got it done. Man, that's a cool brother. I ain't even gonna lie, man. That brother in the game he give.
Nigga, I
Man,
met him behind backstage last year, the year before,
right.
and yo, we chopped it up with this nigga probably till like 3 o'clock in the morning. And you are so,
Cool.
just so
He'll
he
be here
is
on the
the nigga
14th.
you think Scarface is supposed to be.
Right. He'll be here on
Yeah.
the 14th. He'll be here on the 14th with Cube. You know, they coming next month. You know what I'm saying, at the Fox. So it's Cube, Scarface, MC8, and I think Bone Thugs on that show. And EMPD. That's gonna be crazy right there. You know, that's our era right there. So, you know, I can't wait for that.
I got.
But
I'm
yeah.
sorry, EPMD. I got it.
Yeah.
It's my niggas right there, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so your first movie, you got the bug. How
Mhm.
do you put what's your role in your first movie?
I write myself and everything. It ain't nothing I haven't done where I don't have a part myself because I want to coach myself and learn as I go along with other seasoned actors. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So with Toxanity, you know, that just came at a time to where Alfonso been hot. He's been in a bunch of films, you know, from out of the city and
Mm-hmm.
outside of the city, and I like this work. So when I finally met the brother, I said, you know, I want to cast him for the male of, you know, Jake in Toxanity, and Shavana, you know, she's another actress from here, and she did her thing in it, you know, and then Lloyd, you know, as well. So these actors are seasoned actors from out the city. So I wanted to use faces that people know.
Mm-hmm.
And I also write myself into it, you know what I'm saying, along with the co-writer that I bring on board to help me, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't do everything. Like some people take credit, you know, Tyler Perry, he put his name on every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? You look on this shit, it's Perry, 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 straight down. Like, and I know people be like, damn, didn't he have such and such working on this? And you know, but like I said, I try to give credit to everybody I work with, and it's about, you know, doing it as a team and not just
Mm-hmm.
saying I all the time. So, what made me push it even more was I said to myself, I got to get in this. I got to see myself on screen too with these people that I'm picking to be in my film. So I write little small roles
Mm-hmm.
in, you know what I'm saying? Even in Toxanity, I'm playing Jake's best friend. You know what I'm saying? Then my other film, Demented, which is like um, Twilight Zone, Tales
Okay.
from the Crypt, and American Horror Story. So I kind of, you know, made it like that. And I brung a female writer in named Nella Wrights. You know, she's
Okay.
from Detroit, dope with the pen. And I had her help me on The Jacket in Killer Vision, which is my first two, you know, episodes out of Demented.
Okay.
So during that process, of making a jacket. We shot that in 5 days. I woke up one morning and said, you know what? It's a character I want to bring to life. When I got him, I'm like, this character been in my head. So if you look at George Jefferson, he had the hair and the bald spot on top. So the character, like it was, you know, like that, the hair, big ears, you know what I'm saying, older looking. On the cover of it, you know, that's actually me playing, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying, Dr. Bartholomew, which is about, you know, the first black therapist in the 50s. And he had a jacket that was kind of possessed. And everybody that touched his jacket that came and see him that he gave therapy to, you know, the things that they was coming to see him about, it actually multiplied and made them do even more stuff. So the jacket was passed down to his grandson, and his grandson didn't know about it, and the jacket was making people do all kind of stuff. You know, so I try to, you know, write things as different, man. And Nella came in and helped me with that, and that you know, it came out pretty good. It's something that you don't really see coming out of Detroit, you know. So I tried to make it to where it's gonna be something that's gonna be edgy, thriller, you know what I'm saying, a
Okay.
little bit of horror and comedy in it.
Yeah. Horror films scare me.
But
They do, man.
when it ain't like that, when if you watch it, you'll see what I'm talking about. It ain't really like American Horror Story. That shit is so thrillered out and gory, you know. And I got certain elements of that in there, but it's not like that. Everybody think it's a horror film, but it's not. You know, I'm playing a double character in there myself, and I mean, I like what I came up with. You know, what I'm
Okay.
saying it's different.
Okay. You got another movie out, right?
Yeah, yeah. So those two is out right now. The minute is five of them. I put them
Okay.
all together. So it's five different movies, and I just say, you know what, I'm gonna throw them all together. It's 2 hours, and then they're out on Prime and Tubi. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Actually, Tubi. They'll be out on Peacock next month, and
Okay.
people can go stream it and run it up.
Okay. And what's the next one you got?
Twisted Humor. It's a comedy special. So, of course, I know you watch Dave Chappelle. Dave
Oh
Chappelle
yeah.
is one of my favorite comedians. So I kind of put this next film in the same spotlight as that. So
Okay.
Dave Chappelle show was sketch comedy. So when I went back home to Atlanta, this was during COVID. I
Hmm.
went and grabbed everybody. I think that especially my friends, Rodney Perry, Young Jock, Jet Wavy, Moneybag Mafia, DC, and a bunch of other people from out of Atlanta that's popular. And we did sketch comedy. So, it's gonna be pretty funny too, man. Like, Shorty, the comedians in it.
Hmm.
So everybody that's hot in the A, I pretty much got in this, and I'm gonna release this one next month.
Okay, so are you writing the sketches or are the comedians writing them?
Yeah, we both are.
Okay.
I use everything I own down in Atlanta, put it together. I own my own cameras, so my own. I bought two red cameras. That's what the first thing I started with was buying my own stuff, so I don't have
Okay.
to ask nobody for anything. And took it back to Atlanta. I just started filming like crazy during COVID. You know what I'm saying? Just every day we would get up in the morning at 9 o'clock in the morning and film all the way to 9 o'clock in the evening.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I got a whole like 35 episodes of that.
What was the learning curve like for you? Like, what was the most difficult thing to learn as far as filmmaking?
Uh, Working with different people's energies and attitudes, and when you work with multiple people, you see the talent and you see how far you can stretch it with them if they don't know how. So
Hmm.
that's what really showed me like, okay, man, this guy's different. I really want to see how we can put him in different roles and characters in the stuff I'm working on. So working with people in general and bringing out the more of what they don't you don't see in other films they're in.
Hmm.
That's where I come in at. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't sell with me and I see something in you, I'm like, you know what? I think you should turn this into something because that's a hidden talent you got. And I don't think you got it.
Okay.
So my whole thing is just bringing, that extra out of people and pushing them to become something that they not.
Okay. So, my research game is pretty trash, man. And she sent me everything, and I was. Did I cover everything that you got going on currently?
Mhm.
Did we get everything out?
Yeah, the Cube album dropping tomorrow, y'all. Everybody go stream that man down on every platform. My movies Toxanity and Demented out, right now on Tubi and Prime. Twisted Humor will be out. I got a movie called To the Hard Way, be out the top of the year. I got
Mm.
Tiffany Haddish, Michael Blackson, Clifton Powell, DC Young Fly, Haha Davis, Tattoo Man Page. And I wanted to bring my Detroit actors and put in this along with some people that's known in the industry. And then I actually started this one back, right during COVID. When
Okay.
COVID hit, everybody was like, "Hell no, we ain't coming out." So I had to stop the film and stop everything because people weren't really trying. They ain't know what was going on. They ain't know what
Yeah.
cover was, so people weren't trying to really film like that. But that wasn't stopping nobody. Niggas was still filming all over. They ain't care about that. People come in with masks and everything, still on set working. So it was just when you dealing with people in the industry and they don't know what's going on, they not
Yeah.
taking the risk.
Yeah.
So I got
And they
a
can
couple.
afford to not take the risk.
Right, right. And some people can't. That's why some people like, man, I ain't doing nothing. That's how I got the people I got in Twisted Humor. Like when nobody really working, and people came like, "What you doing, Vaughn? I see you posting something." I
Yeah.
said, "Pull up on set," and that's what they did. And it's really all my friends that I have in Atlanta that came and supported me.
Inga, you got a lot of friends, man, in
Oh
some
yeah,
high places.
oh yeah, yeah. Man, thank you, Jesus. That's the only. And the one thing I learned, brother, is relationships. And I'm gonna stress this to people and stress this to our culture and our, what I'm saying, in our city.
Hmm.
Keep those relationships because if you don't have the finances or the bread to invest in anything, when you have the relationships
Yeah.
and they see your grind, they're gonna come on board and help you, especially if it's something that that's powerful and something that got to get out there. And that's what I did. Like that's what really made me push things was watching Cube and working with Cube and all his albums since 2005 I've been a part of up to now,
Good.
and that's the blessing. I really appreciate this man for having me and my team even work on that many records since then. And when I was young, you know what I used to say in my room? I would see Scarface, Ice Cube, Too Short, E40, Snoop Dogg on TV. I'm like, man, I'm about to work with him one day. I'm gonna work with him. And look what happened. I ended up working with all of them. Snoop Dogg, my homie, Short, my homie, 40, my homie. Like Mount Westmore, we did their single, Activated. So that's
Good.
another record that's out. I don't know if you probably heard that because that was a I think that was a second single they came out with after
Hmm.
after the first one, which was what was that? Base something. But my homeboy even produced that, so it's a blessing just to work with the legends that open up the doors, to our culture and the hip hop. And that's the only thing I really wanted. That because that's the only thing that mattered to me.
Yo, what's Too Short like?
Cool as hell. Player just like he rap. He player just like that. Like for real. E40, it's never gonna be another E40. E40 is one of the dopest MCs that ever, touched this earth. His lingo, his
Crazy.
flow, and his energy, man. Like this brother is multi-talented. He stayed like that since he came out. And that's the thing that don't people don't understand. Like when you come into the game, that originality, you got to
Yeah,
keep that because that's what's gonna make you great. You know what I'm saying? Throughout your legacy.
yeah. It's when people decide, okay, I want to be bigger than the lane I'm in, that sometimes it don't work.
Oh yeah, yeah, right, right. You're
And the
right.
ones that's comfortable in their lane have 20, 30 year careers.
Yes, yes, and people accept them because they know what they gonna give you the raw. They're gonna give you the real, and you got a
Exactly.
lot of people in this world that understand that. Maybe the young crowd today don't because it's so much today, and music is changing like every 3 to 6 months. It's changed, and it's not the same. But
Yeah.
when you got the original, goats that's in the industry, the ones who opened up the door for our culture, then yeah, they're gonna make sure they give it to us raw.
I mean, but the record companies allow people, they fostered differences. And now they foster in similarities.
I'm gonna give you a little bit on that too, real quick. So I've also worked, what I'm saying, at Sony. I've
Hmm.
also seen what they do with artists and how they bring them in. Today you don't have A&R repertoires anymore, which is a A&R person that comes in and help you
Yeah.
format and put your album together. You know what I'm saying? You really don't have that no more. Yeah, they still got the titles there, but like ain't nobody about to sit down in the studio with you no more. Go over the beats, go over the songwriting. You got to be hot already. They mean you got to have a buzz on social media
Yeah.
already before they even sign you. If you not, making your fans go and get your stuff like this when you drop it on your YouTube or on your Instagram, they're looking at those numbers now. They're not
Yeah.
looking at the talent, and they're not even looking at what people look like no more. Remember back in the day, you got to look a certain way to become a
Yeah.
rapper or
Yeah.
artist. They don't
Yeah.
care about that no more. If you get numbers, if you getting streams, it's all about streaming right now. So a lot of A&Rs don't really keep it real. They go look at your damn. You got 10 million followers on your own. Oh wow, you streaming a million on your own? They want that. They want to come in and take a percentage of that, and that's why they sign so many of these young cats together because they build up a following from the ground up
Yeah. But
without
then,
their help.
it doesn't last.
Right. You got some that'll come in the game and some, but they gonna capitalize on it while the artist is hot. So
Yeah.
when they see them numbers up, they're gonna get you right in and there, offer you everything you can. If you can't put out no hits like that no more, you're gonna sit or they're gonna drop you.
Is there anybody that you come across that their level of intelligence surprised you? You ain't gotta
Phew.
think. You ain't gotta think. Like I've met a lot of people over the years, and they say you should never meet your heroes. Kind of true.
You know who really is very, very, very intelligent, and I never Cat Williams. This
I've
brother,
heard that.
I mean, just if you look at his comedy specials, you look at his acting, he don't even
Hmm.
sound like that in real life. So it's a different when you talk to him personally,
Hmm.
whole different vibe. Very intelligent, know what's going on, know how to put himself in the room and stand out. And that's one thing about me that I've learned by looking at these people. When you walk in a room, you know what I'm saying, you want to be able to be respected. You go where you celebrate it. You know what I'm saying, not where you humiliate it. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand that one right there. So
Mm.
I've watched this brother do his thing. He got in the room and it really had everybody on him. Him, of course, Ice Cube, another one. Um, a lot of people that I came up on, super intelligent and people just because they see them on TV and hear their music that what they're rapping about, that don't make or break them. But when you have a real conversation with these
Yeah.
brothers and these
Yeah.
sisters,
Yeah.
then you really see what they do in real life outside of their work, outside of their jobs, outside of,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, the different things you see them doing on TV.
Yeah.
So,
I had the
yeah.
legit on before, and
Oh, yeah, the homie.
that nigga. It wasn't that I was surprised that he was intelligent. it was the range of intelligence. Like he just knew a lot of shit about a lot of shit.
Right. I'm gonna be honest. Like a lot of entertainers or artists or actors, if you did some time, that's all you can do is read. That's if you've been to jail.
Yeah.
But even if you haven't been to jail and you're a bookworm, a lot of people read. People don't read no more today.
No. No.
Our
What's up, Nikita?
generation
Yeah.
read books back then, like,
Yeah.
but people today they ain't read no damn books. They got
I,
AI doing it for
I hate reading, bro. I'm not gonna
them. Yeah,
lie. I'm a
but that's why they
functioning
made
educator.
technology called AI.
Right. Yo, okay, so this is a question I ask everybody that
Mhm.
comes on the show. Okay, so you sitting on the park bench and God sits down next to you and says you can ask him one question. What would it be?
Mm. I finally see the path you made for me and how you want me to um open up the doors for my purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Because before I didn't see it because I was meeting so many people, man, I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, I would question myself because I'm like, why am I in the room with such and such?
Mm.
And you got people out here that they know that there's not even next to them. God, when I prayed one night, he told me that you're gonna be the words and the voice to these people. That's why I'm putting you next to them. So I had to think about that. So I'm thinking now I'm gonna end up being ministering. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get into it because that's the only route that I see because I'm building my relationships and I got so many of them that he's blessed me with.
Mm-hmm.
And I sit back and still think like, man, I got a lot of people I know I can call direct that a lot of people can't even get to. And that's when I prayed, and that's what he told me. You're gonna be in the rooms. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go through some trials. I'm gonna take some things from you, but I'm gonna make sure that you in the rooms to get that message across, to expand your brand, and to help them with something they may be battling with that they don't see. So God always gonna use people close to you or people you don't even know,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying, to give you something that he's trying to get you to see. So yeah,
So you can be a minister.
yeah, I'm getting into it. I got to, man. I was raised in the church too. My mom she was very spiritual, raised this, biblically, but I think that's gonna be, my final, you know,
Okay.
is going into, and it may not be in the church, it may be online, it may, you know what I'm saying? Wherever God put me at, that's where I'm gonna go with it. And I try to leave two or three things, for people to understand. And I got two quotes. Speak what you seek until you see what you said, and never wait for an opportunity, create one. When you live by those things, then God got you. You know,
Yo, it ain't the talent, it's the work.
right, right.
You know,
You
and
know,
that's being overlooked.
oh yeah. Who you telling? I mean, when I'm in the rooms listening at these meetings, I'm just listen. They talk about Detroit so much, how talented people, but they scared. Now they not. Before they were scared to come to the city and
Yeah.
sign people or put people in position because of the stuff that they heard about Detroit. But Detroit has so much to offer. That's why I love my city. That's why I came back. And still a lot of my films with local based actors, local crew and everything because I wanted to put people in position.
Okay.
And Atlanta is the heart of television. They filming everything down there right now.
Yeah.
So
Although Detroit is killing the independent game.
oh man, Tubi made most of their money out the Midwest, Detroit.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact because I got my movies on it now too. But like, yeah, a lot of the money came from the Midwest.
Financially, they say Tubi is the most fair or
They
the most
paying the most.
profitable.
They paying the
Yes.
most, and this is why you see everybody in the city filming right now. They wasn't doing that at first. You know why they paying the most? Because Fox bought them.
Yeah.
Fox owns Tubi right now.
That's what I was
You know.
talking about that with somebody. Matter of fact, what was it, last week? And because I was comparing, I didn't know Fox had bought Tubi, but I was
Hmm.
comparing Tubi to when Fox first came out, and Fox is where they are off the backs of black shows,
Right, right,
and
right,
they doing the same thing with Tubi.
right, right. They're trying to find. They're trying to create, another Netflix, and
Yeah,
it's still free now, but I guarantee you it ain't gonna be for long. Shit, it
it
ain't. It's too
absolutely
many people
won't.
getting money right now. So
Yeah.
I really commend and salute Dennis Reed, over at D2 because he's put a lot of people in position, put a lot of people's movies out. You know what I'm saying, from out the city. You got another company, Dreamland Media, who I'm signed with one of my films too, Ron
Hmm.
Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Ron, man. He signed me up. That's who put out Toxanity and Good Brother. So you got a lot of black owned companies getting their own distribution, becoming aggregators now.
Yeah.
Because at one point you only had Homestead, which was Dennis, and now
Yeah.
you got you got Silverline Entertainment, Rocky and them, you know what I'm saying? You got Lisa Brown, you know what I'm saying, who created the Dirty D, and he played me. So you got at least seven or eight producers from out of Detroit opening that door for people to come in and push their films to, whether you writing a script for them or whether you hiring them to shoot your movie. So
Yeah.
I think Detroit really putting a lot of stuff on the map because of the producers, the
Yeah.
directors,
Yeah.
and the actors.
Yeah. And what I really like is that it seems like each major camp has a nucleus of actors and actresses that they fuck with heavy.
Yeah,
There's
because they
some
know
actors
them.
and actresses that kind of go from camp to camp, but
Yeah,
generally speaking, everybody got that like 4 or 5 people
yeah,
that I can depend on. I know what I'm gonna get, and they're gonna be in so and so's movies from now until
right.
infinity.
You got your greats here in Detroit. You got Kamal Smith. That dude has grown so much since from the first time I met him, from director, actor, producer, acting in all the
Mm-hmm.
films now. All you see is Kamal's name on everything now that's coming out of Detroit. You got the other Kamal, Husan, which is Trick's brother, you know what I'm
Oh, they
saying, the
both they
face of
both
the
been on the
city.
show. Just had to throw that
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there.
So these guys, and then you got Donnell Clayton, who's playing my grandson in the jacket, another dope actor. He in two Hallmark movies, and Hallmark hard to get on. That's
It
another thing
is,
that people don't know.
especially
You can't
for a
just get on
black person.
Hallmark.
Yeah.
Yeah, then Donnell Clayton, that's Sierra's dude. Sierra is another female actress from here. She's real big. She in a bunch of BET movies, but that's her
Mm-hmm.
guy, her dude, and Donnell, man, he's a good actor. I got him
Yeah.
in both of my movies. You know what I'm saying? So you see a lot of people coming from out the city that's really putting it on. When you see their face, people gonna watch that movie automatically. They don't even care what the movie
Absolutely.
about.
Yep. Yep. Because there's a certain standard with like I want to like it's probably like I know Moolah, you, Dennis Reed, and I'm trying to think it's somebody I'm forgetting somebody on the show and I'm sorry, bro. But there's like 4 or 5 kind of like standard bearers in the city, and not to put down anybody else, but as far as the consistent level of excellence
Hmm.
where you look at y'all shit and be like, okay, this is a real movie or this is a real show, and you can tell like people that's just getting in the game, and not
Right,
knocking them at all. Everybody had to start somewhere,
right, right,
but
right,
when you see certain names, you're like, okay, I'm gonna watch this, even if I don't. I may not understand the premise or even like the premise, but I'm gonna watch this shit because I know y'all put out fire product.
right.
Who do you
It's a
watch?
it's another brother, Man Robinson, that's from here.
Yeah,
He's in Atlanta. That's my guy.
yeah,
Grew up with Man, man. Salute, Man, because he really doing this thing. This man took his studio and put it right next to Tyler Perry. He knew what he was doing. So you got to pass his to go to Tyler Perry. He like a half a mile away from Tyler's studio, 55,000 square feet, and BT, um, 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 what is it, All Black Digital, all of them came in, rented out his studio. They're doing all their projects at his studio now. And this is a brother that's from Detroit. So he went down there and opened up the door for a
mm,
lot of, he just filmed Broad Day. And he got everybody in the city that's hot. And his new film, Broad Day, is getting ready to come out. So shout out to Man Robinson. That's my guy, man. And that's another brother outside of, Ice Cube that I was watching that really pushed me to get into film because by him being from Detroit and, putting out films independently, I seen that and I'm like, man, it's just really him and Cube that I've been watching.
mm-hmm.
So he's opened up a lot of doors. So a lot of actors, a lot of, TV shows, a lot of companies to come in and use his facility to film it. And then he got 15, 20 movies out now. I think actually he got 100 because he got a distribution company. He distributes too outside of like Homestead, you know what I'm saying, and Dreamland Media and the other film companies that people put their projects to.
What's the goal for you?
Um, for one, that to have my own distribution company.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of them. I have my nonprofit, you know what I'm saying, where I'm helping young males and females out, you know what I'm saying, that has a dream and a vision and helping them bring that to life. I'm working on that as we speak right now. I always give back during the holidays. Actually this week I'm giving out, turkeys and food for Thanksgiving. I do that every year.
Okay.
Thanksgiving and Christmas, always giving out food and the food boxes, what I'm saying. I'll fill up my trucks and go, feed the homeless. And and it's something I've been doing. A lot of people don't know I do this, but like I do this out the cat. I don't do it to be seen on social media because I don't even record it.
Hmm.
For one, I do this because I feel that people out here, man, you got people that don't have nothing, and people don't even know that you walk around, you get up, you got a house, you got a car, you got a job, you got food to eat, you got clean water, and there's people that don't got none of that, and they living on the
Yeah,
street. So you got to kind of think about that. You're blessed
yeah,
to be able to have these necessities when other people ain't got nothing. They living on the street, living up under a tent, a bush, a tree, you know what I'm saying? Anything, just trying to stay warm during the winter. So I try to do what I can when I see people out like that. Even if they scheming, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause you never know if God put that person right there to test your heart to see how
yeah,
you gonna be,
yeah.
you know.
Uh, was there a point where you considered quitting?
I'm never quitting. I'm gonna be honest, and this is not sounding cocky. I ain't worked a job in 19 years, brother. You know what I'm saying? So that let me know right there that where God got me where he wants me to be and
Hmm.
where he wants me to finish in ministry. Because even if I wanted to go back to corporate America, I don't see the vision. I've started building my own, vision and my own legacy. So why would I go work for somebody else to build their brand up when I have a
Okay.
brand already? When I have corporate culture films and marketing, when I have producer Big Von, when I have these things and these talents that God has blessed me with, so I can go walk in my purpose, so I can help other people walk in theirs. So and people be thinking that's cocky and say, I don't think that's cocky because I know my purpose now. At one point, I didn't know my purpose. When I was in the streets doing whatever to make that money, and I took that money and invested it in myself. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? When I left and went to Atlanta, I went to Atlanta with 300,000 of my money, and I invested it in a home down there, a couple properties. And that's the thing, that people don't get. When you get a piece of money always invested into either land or things that we use right now, transportation, real estate,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Food.
Things
Those
we
things are
need.
not going to
Yes.
fail.
So was it like a particular moment, something somebody said that changed your narrative from one lane to let me go invest in myself on a whole different
To
plane?
be honest, I just got tired of the streets. I got tired of seeing people get killed. You know what I'm saying? Because man, if you know about the murder bag, you know about over there. Yeah, it's some stories. I watched too many people lose their life, and I'm like, you know what? I can't do this. I'm not gonna be a part of that particular side. And I said I gotta leave. So I
Yeah.
end up doing my thing here, and I think I did enough here, and I went to Atlanta in 2010, and I've been there ever since. This is the longest I've ever been back up in Detroit, and I've been up here back and forth for the last 3 years
Hmm.
filming.
Okay.
But I just, like I said, it's what changed it for me was watching all my friends in the industry go up the ladder,
Mm.
and I want to be up the one to go up the ladder and send the ladder back down to bring people up with me. You don't get that. A relationship is more than money, and that's what people don't understand. I build relationships. The money gonna come because if you got a relationship with a billionaire, that's all you need is
Yeah.
one or two of them. When you hang around two or three billionaires, what the saying is, you become the fourth one or the third one. So we got to have that kind of mentality and work together. Now while we can, while the opportunities is there. That's what changed because I wanted to change myself so I could help others change.
Hmm. And you know what? I will say I think that Q was on to something. I may not necessarily agree with
Hmm.
everything that but his we need to stop focusing on one entity and do for
Hmm.
self collectively. I don't know why we haven't really grasped onto that as much as we should.
Because people are still lost, man. They still trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? You got cats that's our age that still ain't figured it out, and they feel just because they watch another person on TV do it, they feel that they can't do it. But how you think that person? Where you think they was at in their life when they started? You know what I'm
Well,
saying? They had to sit back and really say, you know what? Let me start what I'm doing and really get serious about, becoming an entrepreneur or becoming
yeah,
whatever it is you want to be in life, and put your all into it.
yeah,
See, people lose the sight of that right there. They don't believe in they self.
man.
First, you got to believe in yourself first, because if you don't believe yourself, ain't nobody else gonna believe you.
Yeah, and you know what? I think we have allowed the powers that be to convince us that any nigga that's successful is in the Illuminati or did some
Right.
crazy, he
Right.
just sacrificed 10 pigeons and a dog. You know,
Right,
like it
right,
can never be that that nigga just worked his ass off, or she
right,
just worked her ass off, and I think that right there is part of our problem because we looking at it as well. It'll never be me, but it could be us.
right, right. And and that's the thing, and I hear that all the time. I get asked that a lot because I'm around a lot. We were just with Music Soul Child the other day. He was here for a concert, and that's my homie. Every time he come to the Midwest, or when he back, because he stay in Atlanta too, or when he back home in Atlanta, I'm with him. Like, and I could tell the brother was kind of, going through something because I've seen him over the years. I've seen his
Hmm.
shows. I see that energy that he puts out. But everybody go through something. But we got to remember to be strong and be able to sustain things within ourselves to overcome. Because people we getting watched constantly. You don't know who watching you today. You know what I'm saying? So people don't even think about that. Social media has changed so much and changed people's lives so much that anybody can watch you now. And
Man,
when I
listen,
seen that, I'm like, wow, okay.
I've learned that firsthand because I didn't quit this show a gazillion times, and I'm
Mhm.
doing this shit for like 10 years, and
Congrats, brother.
appreciate that. I have not got shit out of it, monetarily, a couple dollars here and there, but when I would be like, oh, I'm about to quit, it would always be somebody I had no clue who this person was, just out the
Hmm.
woodworks. I've been I fucks with you, man. Please don't, we need whatever it is you doing out here, and that shit used to blow my mind. That just some random ass motherfucker who actually was paying attention to me when I wasn't
Hmm.
paying attention to me.
Right, right. There you go. And then also we need to change, our surroundings. Not say
Yeah,
you got to move to another damn city or country, but you got to start hanging with people that has changed. So when you in that atmosphere, they're
yeah,
gonna be like, "Yo, what you working on, brother?" And you tell them, "You're like, oh yeah, shit, man, I'll come over there and help." This is how I got
facts.
into the business, man.
Yeah,
It's all about the relationships, and I keep saying this for because that's what it's really about. The money gonna come, and
yeah,
that's what people get in this game for: two things: fame and money. But if you don't understand that you got to have relationships to get that,
yeah.
then you ain't gonna have no money. You're gonna get it and it's gonna be gone
Oh
quick,
my god.
fast,
Hey.
in a hurry. If you don't know your purpose, you're gonna be out of here. You're gonna be what they call it, a one-hit wonder, a one-night stand, whatever. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because people don't understand the benefit of cultivating good relationships business wise.
Yeah.
And I see that all the time. People just they mess it up. They mess it up for themselves. They mess it up for their company and the people. If you got 4 or 5 employees and you're trying to work on a deal and you don't know how to structure the deal or talk, you can mess it up for your whole team. Your whole team was bidding on you. Now you and messed up the deal because you unsure or you don't believe that you have the talent to go ahead and
Mm.
close the deal.
Yeah.
I see it a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I try not to even let that come into my whole vernacular. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to things, my mind is really focused on moving straight ahead, walking in my purpose, and making sure I'm helping out whoever I can while I'm on this path. So and it's you can't do it by yourself. You got a team. You got to have a team to help you. Even with your show, like even if we can put something together with the people that I know to bring on your show, that's gonna help it out because what happens then, you fall into their algorithm.
Yeah.
So every time somebody pulls something up on them,
Yeah.
your stuff come up. Not somebody now you got all their followers following you. Exactly what happened with me. You
Hook
know
your
what
boy
I'm
up, bro. I got $20 for you.
saying? No, you ain't got to charge you no brother. We gonna talk though. When we're gonna exchange some man. We gonna talk because there's a lot of stuff coming up that you probably don't know. Like these concerts is coming up, and it's easy for me to be like, hey, my man right here, man, he just did. Can you do a quick little interview? Even if it's something like this, or if you have to go where they at, and with
Yeah.
me, I'm going
Yeah.
where they at
Yeah.
because I'm not gonna miss it. Like that's why I got the release because I always went where the person was. Because if
Yeah.
they ain't feeling comfortable, going or wherever I'm at, I'm like, okay, that's cool. Stay right there. I'll be there in an hour, or I'll be there in 35 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I just pull up on them.
And that's what I've been working on because it used to just be strictly because I'm in my basement and I get
Mhm.
comfortable. You know, this year I definitely been trying to get outside. And, if somebody say, "Hey, we got so and so going on," well, we try to pull up.
Right. All it is the mics, the compel mics. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? In your banner, and there you go. What I just did with music. I said, okay, cool. We gonna go on music. Comedian Blackberry, that's my homie too, who worked with Ha Davis. Interviewed him.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And some singers. Now I got 3 people. I'm starting my podcast too because I feel like that's another thing I want to achieve,
Hmm.
another milestone. Like I've done. music. I've conquered music.
Hmm.
I'm getting into films and conquering that. Now I want to do podcasting. I'm going to get into more acting. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the films I'm in 5 movies coming out myself, playing little small roles. Joe Smith movie, Michael Byers movie, Terry's movie. It's a lot of movies that's coming out that's dropping top of the year. And I really look at it like, man, I went in and really believed in myself
Hmm.
as an actor now. And I don't got long roles, my character alone. It's characters that I create that people see when they on set. They're like, damn, Vaughn, we didn't know you did that shit. I need you for my movie. That's how
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, that reminds me of Ro Spit. Like Ro, he just been grinding and grinding and grinding. In the beginning it was just little parts. Now it's like okay, now I'm one of the names on there now. Like it's
Right,
dope to be able to see somebody kind of their journey from
right.
the outside looking in, so you can kind of like you rooting for them.
Oh yeah, all day, all day, and that's the main thing, man. If we can't support each other, then what's the point in doing it? Because everybody, like I said, you don't know who watching. So I'm gonna always support any of my fellow, you know what I'm saying, people that's coming up, especially from my city.
Yeah.
I'm always put Detroit on the map. If you look at any other, I got Detroit stuff. I even got Detroit ball cap, Detroit hoodie on. So I'm always rocking Detroit, Atlanta. When I go back home, they call me Detroit because I got it on. I put that shit on every time.
Oh my
Detroit,
god.
everything.
Like I'm in Cleveland. I've been in Cleveland for like 25 years, and they
Okay.
know where I'm from.
Right,
I'm,
right,
I'm at
right.
work and my man's be singing a Detroit song when he come. They go Detroit. Hey, you already know, bro.
Right, right. Yeah.
Yo, we didn't get a chance to talk about Diddy, or
Oh
can
yeah. Yeah,
is that
yeah. We go let's say it on because you going
right?
this will blow your mind.
Well, I got time, bro.
Yeah,
Shit.
it's too much of a long
Oh, don't do
long
that, bro.
story. So that's
Don't do
something.
that, man.
Yeah, that's something we're gonna have to say for another one. Believe me, because it's not just that. It's more. And I don't like to really, throw people's name out there because I've worked with that brother,
Yeah.
and he cool. I didn't see none of that. You know what I'm saying? When I was in the studio with him or at his, at one of his events. I'm not gonna say his crib because I don't want nobody to take this and be like, "Oh, Vaughn was at a Diddy party." You know what I'm saying? Because that's exactly what they're gonna do. Oh, that nigga Big Vaughn was at Diddy's
Absolutely.
house.
Cause
Oh,
I won't
nigga,
even know
what's
it. They've been
going
clipped
on?
up the show, and next thing you know, they got Baby Oil and Big Von. I got nothing to do with that, bro.
You know, then they snatching clips from off your stuff, putting it
But
on
oh my
TMZ.
god.
So, what I got to say about that brother, very talented, a wide range when come to picking talent,
Mhm.
and he got successful at it. And one thing we have to learn in this business is don't ever put none of your name, put it in your trust. See, people don't see that about him, and that's what he did. He don't got nothing in his name, bro. So, what can you do?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you that successful, you can't have anything in your immediate name
Yeah.
or your company's name. You have to put it in a secure trust, or if your parents lie, their names. Diddy was
Mm.
smart when he did that. Yeah, what you suing him for? You can't get nothing because ain't nothing in his name. So
Mm.
that's all I'm gonna say about it, brother. Very, very talented, smart brother. And I wish the best for him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's coming against him right now while he down, you know what I'm saying? He'll bounce back. He always do. You know?
Mm. It's gonna be a hell of a bounce back. I'll
Yeah,
tell you
yeah,
that if that's
yeah,
possible.
yeah.
Did we miss anything?
I know we have. I'm gonna get off here and think like, dang, I ain't say, but I do wanna, like I said, it's not just me. I do have a team. I want to shout out my team, man. Deliante Career, my partner, Natasha Lee, Marcel Anthony, my artist, my other partner, our actors, what I'm saying, that I work with, Donnell Clayton, Shavana Brazier, what I'm saying, Alfonso Settles, people that made my movies, man, I really appreciate them. Okila, what I'm saying? In the jacket, I got about 20 people. Larik, Sean Matthews, he just did his own film too, with Brenda Wilson, the
Yeah.
Jackie Wilson story. I don't know when it's coming out, but it's good.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Yo,
saying? So
is that the one where my guy is in there? Oh fuck. Oh, what is his name the singer from Detroit, man? Like, oh,
who yeah, it is. You talking about, right on tip of my tongue. Yeah, that's
oh.
him. He playing Jackie Wilson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
he's
thought.
playing Jackie
But
Wilson.
and that's my
You know.
guy too, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let me
He
make sure I
dope
get
as
this.
hell, man. He really killed his role on that. Lyric, he actually directed it. My boy Lyric been on Rick for 25 years, man. He got his directing chops in and working with Brenda. Letitia McIntosh, she was my production manager. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people, man, and I ain't gonna name everybody because I don't want to miss nobody, but like people to look out for, especially Donnell Clayton, my
Hmm.
main shout out to my writer Nella Wrights. So when you have a team, that's
Yeah,
the biggest thing. When you ain't got no team, you can't do it by yourself, man.
man.
Ain't no eyes in
Listen,
team. People got to understand. I be hearing people talk doing interviews. Well, I did this, I did that.
no, you
They
didn't.
never did credit to none of their team.
Yeah, no. What you did was make some selfish ass statement. However, it
Right.
was Dre Sconey is who I was talking about. Shout out to my
Yeah,
guy
yeah,
Dre
yeah. Dre,
Sconey.
Dre. Yep,
Yeah, I had to
yep.
had to make sure I got my nigga name right, man. I'm sorry
Yeah.
about that, bro. And speaking of teams, man, shout out to the best manager in the universe, Rita, the lady with the green
Karita
beard.
Miller, my homegirl. Thank you
Oh
so
my
much for
God.
putting this together too, man. Yeah,
Yo,
she's sweet as hell, man. And that's another one that's dope at what she do. And a lot of people, I don't know what's wrong with, I see some people that sweep people on the rug like they ain't that deal, like they ain't the
yeah.
shit, like they ain't good at what they do. And then she's definitely a piece of Detroit and her mother. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to moms too, because her mom's been in the game for
Oh
a minute and
boy.
she acting, gave her the ropes to come in and do it too. So, Karita and her mom, salute them to the
Yeah.
utmost.
Yeah. I mean, I think some of us don't. If you ain't Detroit enough, like super fly, super shit talking, you tend to you get swept under the rug.
Right. I don't even do all of that either, man. Like I don't really believe in. I'm big. I give people their flowers. Like right now, I appreciate you, brother, for having me on your show, and I'm
It's an
gonna
honor,
promote it like
bro.
crazy after this. Like you'll see. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be. So we gonna talk because we gonna get some people on there. Like so.
And let me put this out there too. I'm sorry I didn't promote it for the last week like I was supposed to.
No, you
Yeah,
good. You good. Don't
life
worry
been
about.
kicking my ass lately a little
No,
bit.
but guess what? I am. Shit, I'll be on the news in the morning. Hey, you hear me? I'll be on the news in the morning, so you definitely about to get shot. You definitely at 6 o'clock in the morning. I got to do, Channel 7. So I'll be on the news in the morning. I'm gonna shout it out, and that's the key thing, man. Always give people their flowers.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Why they here, and some people forget Cam Cattrall, another actor that's he playing Jack the Stutter. He dope. He just released his movie City Mansions. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
Like, so you got actors in my films that release their films too. We
yeah,
all working
yeah,
together, and
yeah,
that's what it's all about.
yeah.
You know, my other homegirl, she got a TV series coming out. Katrina, you know what I'm saying? Dr. Love Mayette. She's a sex therapist, you know what I'm saying? And that's what she covers, sex therapy,
My God,
So
yeah, yeah. Matter of
you
fact,
definitely got to get
her.
her on the show because the stuff
I,
she would tell you, brother.
I don't know
Oh,
which one is that though, because I'm pretty sure I had matter of fact I had her on here. Light
her
skin,
name
really
is her
short.
name is Dr. Love Mayette, her
Yes,
Instagram, and
yes.
her is Katrina Benz. You know what I'm saying? Her name on Facebook. But like, yeah, I helped her with, putting her film together. Hers is dropping to the top of the year. So that's what it's all about, man. Just helping each other, and progress and shine, man. And like I said, walking in our purposes.
Yeah. Yo, man, I cannot possibly thank you enough, bro. I don't know if there's anything I can do for you, but if I can, please don't hesitate to let
Hey
me
man,
know.
I
I
just
got you.
appreciate you for having me on, man, giving me the platform to, tell people about, different things in the culture that we need to work on. Like anything you guys want to do, never give up on your goals, you know what I'm saying, and dreams. Always bring them to reality because look at me, like I never thought I'd be doing any of this. I was playing ball. I hit the streets for a minute, was getting that street money, but I said, you know what, this ain't for me. My mom didn't raise me like this.
Yeah,
And I changed the narrative.
apparently your ass was good at it though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I took every dime and invested it because shit. Yeah, I wait. I ain't gonna lie. I wasted a lot of money, but I invested it, brother. Like, and that's the
Uh,
main thing is investing in things so you can sustain things for the future.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
anybody that got to go, never get up on it. If you don't got the money to do it, find a way and ask God to lead you to people that can, help you financially or put you in position to get that bag. And that's what it's all about. That's why people fail at doing what they're trying to do and achieve things because they feel like they ain't got the money. It's not all about
yeah,
money.
yeah.
Relationships. I'm gonna
Nigga,
keep stressing that.
man.
Relationships.
Yes, yes. Don't sell yourself short.
Oh yeah. And then
Yeah.
on top of it, everybody go stream Toxicity. It's viral on TikTok right now. I see it's going up. It's 100,000 views on my page. Another page is 500,000. Another page is 300,000. So y'all go watch Toxicity. Go watch The Minute right now. They both on Tubi and Prime. Twisted Humor be out. To the Hard Way coming out next year. You know what I'm saying? My documentary coming out. Oh, I got another movie coming out too, man. With this brother, you gonna love this because it's an era. It's back in that dope boy era, and it's about all the cats coming out of Detroit, and he was one of them. We get
Mm.
ready to start on his film next year as well. Um, it's called The Chef. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be seeing we doing promo on it starting the end of January. You know what I'm saying? And we'll be getting into the film in February.
Well, let us know, man, because our fan page is doing all right now. We put up a
Mhm.
couple of numbers. So whatever we can do to help, bro, we got you.
I appreciate you, brother. Follow me on Instagram. I am Big Von. Y'all can follow me my business page, Corporate Culture Films on Instagram, and then my website, corporateculturemarketing.com, Facebook, Corporate Culture Marketing. And let's just support each other, man. That's the biggest thing. Support me. I support you. Thank you for having me, brother. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? And whatever we can do, let's make it happen.
No doubt, man. And before we go, I got to shout out Mikey X Time. Also,
Oh yeah, Mikey.
uh,
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Mikey, what up, though, man? Appreciate you, man, too,
it's
for
my
putting this together,
guy.
man. That's
You
that's
know,
my
like,
brother right there.
yo, Mikey be just throwing me lobs, man. I'm telling you,
Man, Mikey been in the game for a minute.
for a
Mike, people
minute.
be sleeping on Mikey is plugged.
Mikey is the plug. Like he is not just the plug; he is
Yeah,
the outlet. Like,
man. Shout out to Mikey. Mikey
yeah,
actually, and we can what I'm gonna say this that Polo Frost. Shout out to Polo Frost
my
because
guy.
Mikey. I don't know if he's still Polo reached out to me during I think this was a couple years ago. I got
Hmm.
Polo's song "We Got Action" on the big three for the theme song. I played it for Q. Q was like, "What's this?" He ended up using the song, paid Polo for it, and that was the theme song. They was playing that shit in every auditorium. They was playing a video with the twins in it. That's from here, and Q just took it and blew it out. So shout out to Polo Frost and Mikey, man.
You know what's crazy is I had him do one of my intros, Polo,
Hmm.
and actually it's the We Got Action, but the intellectually petty version.
Wow,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah,
crazy
because
right there.
that's my guy, man, Polo, man. So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I fucked with him heavy. I met him through Mikey, but
yeah,
yeah, yeah, Mike.
yeah.
I mean, Polo
Polo
is a
that
good dude.
deal, man. Because as soon
Yeah,
as I played it, like you, like yeah, I gotta have
yeah.
this for
When
the
I heard
theme
that shit, I
song,
was like, bro, that right there,
right?
exactly. Yeah. Anyway, I know you got shit to do, man. Love the hat too, by the way.
Oh man, appreciate it, man. This my look, man. I shaved my beard for this role, but I had a full beard, and my beard and my hat is my logo for my company. But it's going back. This motherfucker be back in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, my shit is grows and patches and shit. Oh my god, man.
Castor
My
oil. You know what I use? I use castor oil and I use black seed oil. Put in my beard. Your shit be growing like that.
oh man, does it work for your head too though?
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yeah. Put
I'm
it
about
on
to
your
use that
scalp.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it'll go. The cast black castor oil. You know what I'm saying? And pumpkin seed oil. Have your hair growing like that. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So yeah, it definitely works.
cause I'm hat fishing motherfuckers right now.
He said, "Hey, it's all right, brother. Like, hey, what? Listen, that black." He said, "I gotta use that one." See what I'm saying? We make our own legal up, boy. I ain't heard nothing. That's where we got it. Hat fishing.
I'm definitely hat fishing right now.
Yo,
But anyway, yo, I'm gonna let you get out of here, man. This has been an honor and a joy, bro. You welcome back anytime, no
hey
doubt.
man, I appreciate you. Shout out to Karita, man. Thank you. Shout out to Mikey. I appreciate y'all, man. And let's get